Our next game is against Lelia the Blade Reforged. And we are so good, we've already won. Hello my friends, it's Johnaroth, playing another new Through the Omen Paths commander that just came out recently. Today we play with my absolute favorite color, Dimir, black and blue. Today we play Kavaero, Mind-Bitten. Kavaero is a 2 colorless, 1 blue, 1 black for a 4/4 creature, and you may have Kavaero enter as a copy of any creature card in a graveyard, except his name is Kavaero Mind-Bitten and he's a 4/4 spider human hero in addition to his other types. When you do, exile that card. So this is a very, very strong effect where basically you can take any creature out of your graveyard or your opponent's graveyard and have Kavaero enter as that type of creature. So let's say your opponent has a Primeval Titan or an Ice-Tilled Explorer in their graveyard. You can have Kavaero come out and become those creatures or things that you have in your graveyard. So around this type of reanimation deck, we have several different components. We do have other reanimation spells in here, like Reanimate or Persist or Necromancy, which basically allows us to get these creatures out of the graveyard. We have a lot of blue-black control elements like Counterspell, Mana Drain, Tail's End, lots of removal spells like Blood Chief's Thirst, Fatal Push, Bitter Triumph, those types of things. The other element that we have a lot of focus on in this deck is drawing and discarding cards, because we want to take some of the creatures that we put in this deck and throw them in the graveyard so that Kavaero can come onto the battlefield as those versions. So we have cards that I might not normally play otherwise, like Resentful Revelation. Emmet Selch allows us to draw and discard cards. Jace allows us to draw and discard cards. All these effects where we're drawing cards and throwing things in the graveyard that we want to reanimate. Now, the last element of this deck is, of course, what do we get? What are the big effects we can get and reanimate from the deck? So we have some really big effects in here, like Runescar Demon, which allows us to find a card that we want. Niche, which I recently did a deck on, allows us to get 8 cards in our hand. Meteor Golem can destroy a non-land permanent. Gristlebrand, we can draw multiple cards. Summon Bahamut, which seems to be the one that I tend to animate the most. You can destroy things, draw cards, etc. Getting these huge effects onto the battlefield once we use our commander. So let us take Kavaero, Mind-Bitten, into the queue and see if we can wake the dead. Let's go. Very first game is against Imskir, so an artifact deck. This hand is not bad. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I feel like we do need some more black mana, but other than that, I think we're doing okay. All right, let's cast a Dark Slick. Let's put out a Dark Slick Swords. Let's cast Duress. Basically, I want to get rid of his artifacts here. I'm going to get rid of this artifact because that's a talisman, which is ramp. Let's put down an Undercity Sewers. Our opponent wants us to discard a card? Thank you, opponent. You got it. I am all for discarding cards. Let's put down a land and let's get out Liliana. Let's have each of us discard a card. I'm going to discard the Runescar Demon here. Opponent continues to ramp really hard. All right, let's put down a Mistrized Village. I'm going to get out Brawl here. We'll keep up the Strict Serenade. Let's have each of us discard a card again.
Don't overthink it.
Our opponent's going to try to cast his commander. We're going to cast Strict Serenade to counter that. Now we get to finally cast our commander. Let's cast Kavaero here. And I'm going to go for Niche so we can draw a bunch of cards. I'm going to go ahead and kill off his creature so he can't attack us here. But this is where the power of our commander really comes into play in our first game. We get to draw 8 cards, which is pretty amazing. Okay, our opponent's going to cast his commander again. Draw some cards. Opponent's eyeing our commander. He might have a way of killing it, potentially. Opponent's going to kill off our commander. We'll pull him back to the command zone. Perfectly fine. All right, let's see here. Put down a land. Let's discard our opponent's last card here.
I'm tired of pursuing.
Now we do need another land before we can cast our commander again. Let's go ahead and cast Resentful Revelation and see what the top 3 cards are. I'm going to put the Unable to Scream in our hand. And let's cast... Let's put Ripples of Undeath on the battlefield. Our opponent's going to summon his commander again, draw some more cards, I'm assuming. Lose some more life. Opponent has a 4/4. It's going to equip it. We're going to have some more cards go to the graveyard here. I'm going to decline. Let's put down a land and let's say human. Can cast Liliana. What do we have? Runescar Demon. What does he have? He's got Ulamog. I think we're going to take our opponent's Ulamog. Give me Ulamog. Opponent sacrifices his creature here. Opponent's going to try to attack Liliana. We're just going to block it with Ulamog, who's indestructible. Opponent's going to look for an artifact creature. Going for the Immortal Sun to cripple our commander. Perfectly fine. Going to decline. Let's put down a land and say swamp. I'm going to cast Unable to Scream on our opponent's commander, making him a pretty much non-existent threat. Let's swing in with Ulamog here. Get rid of a ton of his cards. Hit him for 4. Pass the turn. Opponent has another creature here. Cast Feed the Cycle to kill off the Enforcer. There's our Ulamog. I'm going to decline to pay anything. Go ahead and swing in with our Ulamog. Maybe we just exile our opponent's whole deck. Let's see if we can find another card here with the Revelation. We'll take the Edict, I suppose. Opponent's going to go for some treasures. Perfectly fine. Opponent's going to try to cast his commander again. We're going to say nope. Now he can try again. He will be able to, but the point is to use up as much mana of his as possible. Let's drop off Liliana because the Immortal Sun is not helping us right now. Opponent's going to take 5. Opponent's putting down a ton of artifacts. Opponent's going to have us mill some cards. Thank you, opponent. Okay, opponent is going to draw a ton of cards, be down to 5. Choose an artifact or creature card. Okay. Opponent, you're down to 5. Opponent's going to draw another card. While our opponent's summoning that, let's go ahead and kill off his commander. Opponent's going to draw 2 more cards, but it has 1 mana left, essentially. Deadly Cover-Up, we'll drop that. Oh, opponent, what are you doing? No, opponent, don't. You see I have Liliana, right? I'm going to pay the 1. Get back Fatal Push. Let's go ahead and cast Fatal Push. Opponent says good game. We're going to swing in for exactly lethal. What a first game. That was a pretty crazy game to have. We would have swung in, done a ton more damage. So our commander getting on the battlefield as an indestructible Ulamog proved to be pretty beneficial. Next game is against Vol. So this is a combo deck. Not really a big fan of that, but that's fine. We do get to go first. We do have some card draw here that's could prove to be pretty beneficial. Let's put down the Ancient Tomb past the turn. Now, if our opponent does get out his commander, we are going to be... And Trelasara. There's a combo I've mentioned before. I see a lot of people play this card, quite honestly. So our opponent is going to look for Trelasara here. Yeah. Very predictable. Let's go ahead and put a Witness Protection on the halfling. So he can't cast both of them on his turn. Opponent has a Bloom Tender. Put down a land. We're going to pass the turn. Our opponent's going to try to cast his combo, I'm assuming, this turn. You may search your library for up to 2 with 1 or greater. Reveal them, put them in your hand. Okay, how much mana does that cost? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We almost have enough. Opponent has a Mother of Runes. We are getting beat up pretty badly here right now. I'm going to go ahead and use the Coiling Catch to draw some more cards here. Okay, let's drop off Ulamog and the Black Market Connections, or just the Ulamog. What do we do? Put down the Mistrise Village. And let's cast Toxic Deluge for 5. Keeping up our mana drain. Opponent's going to Surveil. Perfectly fine. Opponent has a Allosaurus Shepherd. opponent is going to get out Trelasara here. This is the combo we definitely don't want him to have. I'm going to go ahead and kill off Trelasara. Opponent's going to try to protect Trelasara. But I'm going to mana drain the protection. Do we get out the black market connections? We are getting low on life. What do we have in the graveyard? Ulamog would be great. I'm just going to end the turn here. Yeah. Without that combo, that commander really can't do a lot. On our turn, I'm hoping we can bring out our commander as an indestructible Ulamog, but as long as you don't have Vol and Trelasar on the battlefield, that deck is really not that good. But that if he gets out those two cards, he basically wins the game instantly. Next game is against Taval, the Balance Scale. This hand is not bad. I wish we had one more blue mana, but we do get to Thoughtseize. I'm going to go ahead and try this. Put down a land. We're going to cast Thoughtseize on our opponent here. Let's take the Terminus away. Opponent's going to get out an Arcane Signet. Perfectly fine. Let's cast Resentful Revelation here. And we're going to put the Liliana in our hand. I'm going to put down the land, and I'm going to say blue mana. I'm going to pass the turn here. I'm hoping our opponent gets some sort of big creature in the graveyard. Opponent's going to try to cast Ice Till Explorer. We're going to say no. Have a lot of mana here. So what do we do with it? Let's put down the Urborg. This is actually going to be a pretty good move here. Let's cast Liliana. We're going to each discard a card.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come for don't overthink.
I'm going to discard Bahamut. Then let's cast our commander here. We're going to become Bahamut. Let's destroy Taval. Gonna mill some more cards here. Get Rog Monster. Yeah. Kavaero basically carried the whole game for us, becoming Bahamut. On our turn, we're going to continue to get the benefit. We're going to get to destroy something else, draw more cards. Really good game. Okay, our second game is against, or our next game, not second game, is against Cody. So this is going to be an all spells deck, which is kind of scary. He also has it with Zerda as well. Go ahead and put down our Undercity Sewers. Emmett. Emmett could be really good because of the discard effect. I think I'll keep that. Put down a land and let's cast our Psychic Frog here. I wonder if our opponent will counter it. We'll see. Nope. We definitely do want to kill off Cody, though, if he casts his commander. This is going to be a tough game. Come on, Rod. Let's go. Okay. It's going to return the Psychic Frog to our hand. Perfectly fine. Wonder if he's going to cast his commander. He is. Okay. Let's put down an Ancient Tomb and let's kill off Cody here. Wonder if we have enough mana to get out Emmett and the Psychic Frog. I think we do. If we put down the land. Yeah, I think we do. Okay, let's put down the island. Or no, actually we don't. Okay, let's go ahead and cast Sorin here. Hopefully. Let's have Sorin draw another card.
My will must be obeyed.
I don't want to take that much damage for the Bahamut. Unfortunately, that would be like almost half of our life to do that, to pull that card into our hands. So yeah, I'm going to pass on that one. Opponent just tries to cast his commander again. Our opponent is going to fracture identity to get Sorin onto his side. Interesting.
Take no joy in the slaughter, but it's necessary.
Opponent's going to start looking at cards to draw as well. Another interesting effect here. Okay, he doesn't have anything in his graveyard. We don't either. Let's put down a land. Let's go ahead and get out Emmett here. Draw a card. Let's drop off the Bahamut. Then let's use the Overlord because I want to keep up the wash away. Okay, let's get back Liliana into our hand. I'm hoping our opponent plays a... Okay, he did get a land. Let's see if he's going to summon Cody.
Innistrad is free.
Summon Cody. Summon your commander. Okay, instead our opponent's going to exile Emmett. Let's go ahead and try to get out our commander here. We're going to have him create Bahamut and destroy Sorin. Hopefully we can get some more benefit from the Bahamut. Opponent wants us to discard 2 cards. That's perfectly fine by me. Drew a land, which is great. I'm going to put down the multiversal passage, and we're going to say black mana. We're going to pay 2 life here. Let's use the Ancient Tomb, and let's get out Liliana. Unless he counters it.
You're standing in my way.
He doesn't really have any creatures. I think I'm going to go for the Psychic Frog, quite honestly, because it's a good source of card value. We'll keep the Meteor Golem in case our commander gets killed.
I brought back an old friend.
Opponent's going to kill off our commander. We'll put him back in the command zone here. Cast your commander, opponent. Come on, you can do it. Cast your commander. Okay, our opponent is going to blink the Psychic Frog back into our hand. Perfectly fine. Let's put down a Phyrexian Tower. Let's get out the Psychic Frog again, and let's tick up Liliana here.
Nothing is more loyal than the dead.
Overlord is almost free as well. We do have up a counter spell in case he has something really powerful. Opponent's going to consider. We'll let him do that. Opponent has another land. Opponent really does not like the Psychic Frog, keeps eyeing it. Come on, opponent. Opponent is going to bounce both of these back to our hand. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to give up a counter spell for that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and tick up Liliana.
The dead are loyal.
Let's go ahead and get out the Psychic Frog. And then I'm going to go ahead and reanimate Shieldred the Whispering. We did take some serious damage here, but I think it's worth it. Now we have a pretty viable board threat. And we have a counter spell up. This is the turn that makes or breaks our opponent here. think we have our opponent though. The between Kavaero's reanimation of Bamu and then the reanimate spell, we've had a really good hand here. Okay, our opponent is going to get out a creature and draw a couple cards. Okay, he's going to draw some cards. Probably looking for a removal spell. I think we've got our opponent here, though. Let's see. I'm going to just go ahead and swing in with everything. And then how much damage is this? 6, 7. So this is 7. Plus 6 is 13. So we'll say 14. 15. Our opponent knows what's coming. We're going to be able to do enough damage to kill our opponent, probably have up a counter spell. So our commander in that reanimation spell really won us that game. Cody's a very scary commander, be able to cast huge spells, so it's mostly a spell deck. Good game. Thank you, my friends, for watching another one of my videos. This one featuring Kavaero Mind-Bitten. Kavaero is a lot of fun to play. I don't typically build a lot of reanimation decks, but this is just so rewarding to throw these super huge creatures into the graveyard, reanimating them turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, and just dominating the game. The ability to reanimate things from your opponent's graveyard is something to not be underestimated as well. There were several games I didn't include in this video because they were so short, because my opponent gave up so quickly, where, for example, like Old Stick Fingers has a combo that whole deck is built around of throwing something in the graveyard and bringing it back. But when my opponent saw my commander and realized I could just steal the stuff from them, they would just scoop right away. I would put Kavaero at probably about a mid-B power level, and I did fight a variety of different opponents with a very good win rate. The deck list is in the description below. Please don't forget to like. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to leave a comment talking about Kavaero or another commander that you want me to look into, or why breadsticks are amazing. I don't really care as long as I talk to you, part of the Magic community. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.